Ah, that looks absolutely amazing. Can you keep us to some of that? Well, I have a trend alert for you. Do you know what the fuss is about when it comes to Memphis design? Now, briefly forgotten, but by no means out of the, the radar at all, Memphis is the 1980s phenomenon that shook the design world, and it's creeping back into the mainstream. Luckily for us, our weekend warriors in the DIY department, Zoe and Builders, are working together to help you get it done with the latest design trends.
Brace yourself, there's a new design trend. It's called the Memphis Design trend, and it's taking the design world by storm. It's been called many things, but it is rebellious and daring and inspired by the 80s pop culture references. But how do we capture this and not lose the whimsical and rebellion aesthetics? Well, thanks to our friends at Builders, today we're going to say goodbye to the calories and make our own DIY donut clock. For today's how-to, you will need a wood clock face, a clock kit, some acrylic paint and paint brushes, a pencil, spray paint and masking tape. To get started, I want to capture the essence of the Memphis design trend by making the face of my clock candy cotton pink. In order to get the most out of the color, we're first going to apply a base coat using white spray paint. Remember, when using spray paint, to always use it in a well-ventilated area. Well, now that we have our base coat completed, let's set it aside to dry for a few minutes. Before we start, the areas we want to keep white, we're going to cover those using masking tape and a pencil. Using something round, trace a large circle around the outside of your clock, and then using something smaller, trace a circle in the center of the clock. Now we mark off the various areas using our masking tape. Paint the inner circle created by the traced lines and allow it to dry. Don't know about you, but I'm loving the look of my donut clock. All I have to do is remove the tape. Here's where it gets a bit tricky. Unlike previous design movements, Memphis Design embraces somewhat chaotic, free-spirited approach to backgrounds, and that's where I'm going to get a little creative with my sprinkles. Yay, sprinkles! Now it's time for us to follow the instructions that came with our clock kit and finish assembling our donut clock. Isn't this just the cutest clock? Well, I know some people won't be able to tell the time on it, but at least it will be a tasty treat in any room. Thanks to Builders, we were able to use the Memphis Design for inspiration and create this cute DIY donut clock.